There are currently 85 NBA players who signed with their teams in the offseason who are now eligible to be traded. The biggest names I've seen floating around so far, Zach Lavine and Jimmy Butler. Now, in terms of Zach Lavine, he's in the third year of his $215 million deal, eligible to become a free agent at the end of the 2026 season. But what do you think about talks that he's headed to the Denver Nuggets?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking if it's in exchange for Michael Porter Jr., I may be able to get on board with it. Michael Porter Jr., although he is a champion, he can be very streaky at times. And if the Denver Nuggets are looking for someone to be a secondary option, third option, if you will, if Jamal Murray is on, right, to back up Nikola Jokic, I'm not necessarily mad at that because right now, if you look at the last two games that Zach Lavine has played, he's looking like an all-star. If they can get that Zach Lavine, then I say, yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yes. However, I don't know if the Denver Nuggets is willing to absorb his $95 million contract over the next 2 years, because that's exactly what they'll be up against if they take him on. So if they couldn't keep KCP, Bruce Brown, what?
I know, and they just re-signed Jamal
What?
Murray to a monster
Exactly.
contract.
Like,
Yeah.
no, However, I am okay with the discussion talks. And if he happens to go on board, as long as he know he's not the first option and maybe option 3, he should be okay with that, which will get him closer to an NBA championship than I think he'll ever be with the Chicago Bulls at this stage of his career. So yeah, I'm okay with it if it's in exchange, even if he can be a starter. I don't think that they should trade for him and he become a bench player. No, he makes too much money for that. And he has too many skills that I think that if it's unleashed, I think really what we're seeing is that he knows that he's on the trade market. So he's going to be playing to his best ability, which is the ability that other people are going to be, the teams want to gather anyway. And I just think he's tired of the Bulls. So I'm okay with the move. Actually, I kind of like it a little bit.
Yeah. They
Considering,
need it. They need more perimeter shooting. Zach Lavine
yeah.
is a master at that. I mean, he shoots 50% from the field. He's 42% from three. I think Jokic will appreciate having that type of weapon on the perimeter, so he don't have to, score 60 points and get 15 rebounds and 16 assists every single night.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, I agree with that. I just don't know if they're willing to take on this contract. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler. Can we just touch on him just a little bit? Is he leaving or no? Like what? What is it? What will the Heat do? Are they really gonna sell Jimmy Butler? Or are they just gonna buy new people? Where are they really? I just need to know because I've heard Jimmy Butler being in discussion talks with several teams, and I'm just like, is this all a hoax? And they're not gonna trade him at all? I don't know.
The thing with Jimmy, he's trolling, right? I think the first time his name was in trade talks a couple weeks ago, he put a little blue streak in his hair. Then once he got linked to the Phoenix Suns, he put a little orange streak in his hair. I'm like, Jimmy, come on. I don't think he should go to the Phoenix Suns. I mean, in exchange for Bradley Beal, you're getting an older player. I think the Suns need to get younger. I
But
don't
what?
like it.
First of all, why would the Heat want to add another type of Terry Rozier to their roster? Why would they want to do that? They already got him. So we're going to add Bradley Beal, another one? Like, I mean, they're two different players, but they're the same player in a sense. Veteran players that really are probably on the tail end of their careers. Let's just be honest. Play against Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo while they in their prime? No. Starting to be in their prime? Why would they want to do that? That's a no for
Yeah.
me. Flat
And
no.
Jimmy's 35, and I heard he won somewhere around $100 million contract. This will be his last big contract because I don't see him playing well over 38, 40 years of age.
Oh no, and as in and out of the lineup as he's been this season alone with sickness, ailments, and
Mhm.
not starting the game and not coming back to the game. No, he's at the end of the day, Jimmy Butler is really expensive in price and in personality. And I don't know if these teams are willing to deal with both. Let's think about it. If I'm gonna have to absorb this price point, do I want to take his personality too? Or is that just because if you think he's not gonna do it to you, you got nothing coming. Because who has he done it to so far? Hell, who has his personality strained so far? Sixers, Timberwolves, Bulls, Heat. I mean, you gonna add that? Let's think about it. So if you're gonna take on Jimmy Butler as a player, and as phenomenal as he is when he is on, you're gonna take on his personality too. And do you want that to disrupt what you already have established? because he's too expensive.
He is. He's definitely a package deal. It comes with that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but when he's on,
Oh,
and it's is
phenomenal.
nice. But we haven't seen Bubble Jimmy since the bubble.
Bubble Jimmy actually is still at Disney World.
He's still in the bubble.
Still in that bubble. Wait, so I'm like, okay, so I saw him linked to the Spurs, Thunder, Lakers, Warriors, Nuggets, Suns, Rockets. Okay, Rockets don't do it.
No, I like him. If I like Rockets. First of all, Ime Udoka ain't putting up with the shenanigans.
I already know right now. I can see it. Because we are future tellers here on this channel. I already see if Jimmy Butler goes to the Rockets, I already foresee him and Ime Udoka will be fighting, fist fighting. I can see them actually going at it like they, in the ring. I can see it happening. It's going because Ime Udoka ain't going. What he is not Eric Spoelstra. That's who he's not. You ain't gonna talk to me. And then I can see Jimmy Butler being so done because I can see Ime Udoka saying, "I don't like what you're doing right now. Come sit down."
Yeah, he will. I wouldn't be mad at him going to the Rockets, but I don't like any of the pairings with the other teams. He had talked about going to a team that has a win now mentality. Spurs don't have a win now. They're on the way, probably, maybe.
Nah.
But no. I don't like it.
No. I don't think he'll be a fit with Wemby, actually.
No. No, it's just I hope they think about that,
Me too.
All right, so Kyle Kuzma seems like he's been in trade talks a lot, and if I'm him, I want to get out of Washington, D.C. because the Wizards stink right now, but there's talks about him going to the Sacramento Kings.
I'm saying, where can he sign? Absolutely. When I saw that one, I said, that's excited. You would want to do something because De'Aaron Fox is like, I'll hold off on signing my extension. I'm still be here and I'm going to play hard. But De'Aaron Fox's name is also being talked in trade talks. At least if not right now, off season, what are you going to do? At the end of the day, y'all want to keep De'Aaron Fox, I think. But if you need to acquire Kyle Kuzma, I'm all the way here for it. All the way here for it. And if that is in exchange to move Keegan Murray to the bench, I'm here with it as well.
Ooh. Yeah, because we really haven't seen the best of Kyle Kuzma. He hasn't had an opportunity, especially in a winning environment, since he was with the Lakers and they shipped him off, So, I like Kyle Kuzma to the Kings. I've also heard Jeremy Grant, John Collins, and Jonas Valanciunas to the Kings. They need a big body. Jonas would be perfect, right?
They need a big body. No disrespect to Domantas Sabonis, but if you've watched this channel, you already know how I feel about Domantas Sabonis being a center. You already know how I feel about that. I think he's better off as a power forward or someone shipped him somewhere or a center in pockets, but not the sole center. No, so I agree with that. I'm not mad at Jonas. His name is out there as well. Yes.
Yes, and you know what? So funny you mentioned Sabonis being a center. I watched him get manhandled by Anthony Davis last night. I said, "Oh my goodness, this is unfair."
I know that Sabonis is a great player. I'm not knocking any of that. I think he's out of position in some matchups. Let me just say in some matchups, maybe not in all, but in some matchups because these centers have their way with him. I can't stand to watch it. You know what? Another one. Wait, let's talk about Cam Johnson real quick from the Brooklyn Nets. I like that. They've been talking about him going to OKC, and I said, does OKC really need Cam Johnson? Yes. Do they really need to add anybody? No. Can they add Cam Johnson? Yes. I mean, like, really? Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Would he come off the bench?
Can't. You know what though? That may be pushing Lou Dort back to the bench.
Yeah, Cam has more size. He's definitely a better shooter.
Size. Yes. However, I don't want them to get rid of their defensive abilities because right now that defense that the Oklahoma City Thunder have, they're like top in the league right now. I don't want them to lose that, so they're going to have to give up some pieces. I don't know, and the Brooklyn Nets are going to want something from Cam Johnson because he's performing very well with the Nets.
Mm-hmm,
But I think he would be a nice pickup for OKC. I would love to see him starting. Yeah. I was
yeah.
reading. I saw one post. I think it was on X, and the discussion about Cam Johnson to the Oklahoma City Thunder. The comments were like, "Do y'all need more? Y'all trying to lock up the game?" I mean, people were just like, what are you trying to do to us? You know, like y'all move him too because y'all already dominant. Now you gonna add him as well? Yes.
I think he fits in. His
Me
personality is
too.
perfect. He's a team first guy. You know,
Yeah.
OKC has going real good right now where they all love each other.
Yeah. I
And
can see
he's
him
not a
fitting right in.
person that will disrupt that.
No. He'll fit right in. He's around their same age. I just think it's just a nice mesh. And since he's balling out of control, I don't think that will be diminished in any way with him coming over to Oklahoma City Thunder. As a matter of fact, it's going to add to what they already have,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. So yeah.
Yeah. I've also heard him in talks to go to the Dallas Mavericks. I said, oh, well, Klay Thompson. Now you're disposable if the
Again.
Mavericks get Cam Johnson.
You know, I also heard the Heat and the Bucks. Heat, Bucks, and Clippers.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that somewhere. Heat, Bucks, and Clippers. Heat, maybe. Maybe. If they're trying to rebuild, I guess. I don't know. Bucks, why? And then the
No.
Clippers, don't go over there.
Don't go over there. But wait, with the Bucks though, with Chris Middleton in and out of the lineup, Cam Johnson might be a nice little sub in for him.
Maybe. But what can the Bucks give up? Because I read somewhere that the Bucks are not coming off of Chris Middleton.
They
They're
should.
not gonna do Dame Lillard, and they will not do Giannis
Oh
Antetokounmpo.
no.
So,
Yeah.
cause see,
Yeah.
so what they gonna do?
Bobby Portis. I mean,
Why Bobby?
yeah, they don't really have much. You look at the Bucks bench and it's like, ooh, slim pickings.
Got it. Antetokounmpo's brother.
All right, look. So the Washington Wizards, they're taking calls for Jordan Poole, Kuzma, Corey Kispert, Malcolm Brogdon, and Jonas. Now I'm like, y'all they starting over from scratch or what? We know Kuzma has been looking to get out of there, but Jordan Poole, I'm surprised to see him in trade talks because he's all they have, right? In terms of offensive. And first of all, players don't even want to go there.
No, like please. I don't care how much money you offer me. You're gonna do. My career will be in a demise. I don't care how good I am. You know, Kyle Kuzma's been over there for 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, what? He's an afterthought. You may get your money, but you will not be looked at. I'm sorry. If you're going over there for money, then go on over there and live your life. If you want to be known and well noted in the NBA as a professional basketball player, don't go to the Wizards. I'm sorry. No disrespect, Wizards, but y'all ain't it right now.
No.
Not it.
Nope.
I also read somewhere where the Golden State Warriors are looking for another center to kind of help with their rotation. Did you read that somewhere?
No, I didn't. Who do they have their sights
they're
on?
looking. They're just looking for a center front court with Draymond Green being 35 in March. You know, they just need to have someone else come and help with the rotation. That's all. And I don't know what that looks like, but I'm not mad at the thought on it for sure. They do need to come up with something, yes, because Kevin Looney can only do what he can do.
He's loony. Yeah, and Draymond's undersized at that position. He's always been, but because he plays with such force, he's been able to get away with it.
Yeah, but he's not young anymore. Let's just be honest. And he's in and out of the lineup as well, right? So if they are talking about really capitalizing on Steph Curry's 36 years and this tail end of his career, let's just be honest, and he may play for another 6 years, I don't know, but right now they want to capitalize on his abilities at this level. They need to come up with something for sure. And then I also read they want to trade all their young players, like Kuminga, B-Pod. Why y'all want to do that?
No, they just brought in Dennis Schroeder, and the first game Schroeder played, they got blown out by like 51 points. I said, "Oh, Schroeder, I know you wish you was still in Brooklyn."
Because you was balling in Brooklyn. You know what, though? I will attribute that to him being new to the roster, let him get settled in. You know, it's hard transitioning during the middle of the year. But I'm checking for Dennis Schroeder for sure. Don't over there and lay an egg.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the Los Angeles Lakers have been toying with the idea of sending D'Angelo Russell away. He's been in and out of the starting lineup. Coach Reddick, I don't think he really knows what he wants to do with D'Angelo Russell, but I will say he has been balling lately. It seems like whenever his name gets in the trade talks, D'Angelo will be like, oh, let me make all my shots. I mean, he's been playing really good. It's going to be hard to get rid of him, but he was linked to the Miami Heat and the Toronto Raptors. I said, don't go to
Ooh.
Toronto, D-Lo.
The
Do not.
Toronto Raptors trade success happened one season. One, 2019, they won a championship.
Uh-huh.
And that's the last time you'll see it. You don't want to go to the Raptors. And I hate, this is bad, but the Raptors, Wizards, I wouldn't even be, I know that his skill set doesn't probably warrant him to go to the Pistons, but I'm hopeful for the Pistons. If the Pistons were looking to trade right now, I would be okay with somebody going to the Pistons. For me, their future looks bright.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with Kate Cunningham and Jaden Ivey and all those guys that they have there, and then the coach, they look like they can do something in the next few years. But the Wizards, the Raptors, no. I also read somewhere that the Atlanta Hawks are looking to trade Clint Capela. Is there a market for Clint Capela?
There used to be.
Oh,
I would say not anymore. I just really wish they would have held on to John Collins. I loved him with Trae Young, and especially the way that the Hawks are playing right now. John
yeah.
Collins would have been perfect.
Yeah, yes.
So,
The theory is that if they move away from Clint Capella, it will give more opportunities for Aniko Onyeka. Say his name.
oh, Anyeka Gonku, yeah.
It would give more
Hmm.
minutes for him because they think they want to move in that particular direction. I'm okay with that if they're talking about
Mm-hmm.
going younger and looking for what their
Mm-hmm.
future looks like. Yeah, but Clint Capella, yeah.
Brandon Ingram,
Hmm.
he's making a ton of money, but you know what though? He's in the last year. He's going to earn $36 million this season, and I think the Pels are looking to move him. Do you think that's a good or bad thing for them?
I think it is a good thing for him. Bad thing for the Pels. But
Yes.
unfortunately, I don't think there's a market for Brandon Ingram. They're not going. I don't think teams want to pay that price. So they may be trying to acquire him in the off season, but I don't know. I haven't really been hearing too many, not negative, but like desires to really have Brandon Ingram on the roster. Where would he be a fit anyway?
Well, first of all, he's injury prone and he has been, right? If I think about him, he's like a Kevin Durant in terms of his body style, his
Yeah.
skill sets. He's a really good player, but I don't think GMs believe in him, right? And he was also discarded by the Los Angeles Lakers along with Kyle Kuzma, Alonzo Ball, and Josh Hart, and it goes on and on. I don't think we've seen the best of Brandon Ingram
No,
quite yet. And
I
so
agree.
that's why they don't want to pay him that kind of money, you
I
know?
agree. I agree. I agree. I totally agree. But I do believe he needs to get out of New Orleans. Unless the New Orleans Pelicans are going to build around him and maintain him and make him the focal point, they can't do that until they offload uh, Zion Williamson. Good luck with that.
Oh,
So right now, Coach Willie Green, what is he working with really?
I know.
What is he working with really? I mean,
Mm-mm.
it's just a bad look, and I just hate that he has to go through this. But I think that if they wanted to keep Brandon Ingram, I'm not mad at that. Pay the man. I'm not mad at that. But they don't have to build around him, not build around Zion Williamson because he can't seem to stay on the court. So speaking of the Spurs and talking about De'Aaron Fox is linked to desires of the Spurs wanting him to come and be on their team. What do you think about De'Aaron Fox and the Spurs?
I love it. I love it because Chris Paul's on the tail end of his career. You know, Chris Paul can be more of a Udonis Haslam, if you will, just a lead, especially with Popovich out right now. Throw
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox as a starting point guard. Wemby, I like Devin Vassell. I think the Spurs have a nice core. And Wemby is just golly, we're talking about future MVP, Defensive Player of the Year in the same year. That's
Yeah.
his skill set, and I think having De'Aaron Fox throw them lobs, help out with their offense. He's not a really good defender, in my opinion, but they could work on that. So I like it. If Fox decides to leave Sacramento, bad for Sacramento, but I think it'll be great for San Antonio.
What do you think about De'Aaron Fox in Miami?
I don't know that he's built for it.
Okay.
I don't know. He doesn't really, to me, fit the mold of the players that they typically look for Miami. But I could be wrong.
De'Aaron Fox out of Sacramento, I'm having a hard time to swap with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll let him go, honestly. I think they have to keep him.
They have
They
to
have
keep
to.
him.